Okay, a Claude Code coding agent working on ServiceNow without skills is guessing at the platform and what to do on it. It doesn't really know when to use a before business rule versus an after. It doesn't really know which client script type to fire and when. It builds things that mostly work and then it breaks in subtle ways because it's basically approximating what to do. The ServiceNow SDK ships with a Claude Code plugin that fixes all of this. It gives your agent two skills that make it much better at doing work on ServiceNow. The first is the SDK project setup. It teaches your agent how to spin up and configure SDK projects. And then the second one is a SDK metadata documentation skill. This is the one that changes how your agent writes code. It covers every metadata type on the platform: business rules, client scripts, script includes, tables, UI actions, flow, designer artifacts, all of it. And inside that documentation, your agent learns when to use, for example, earlier, like the before business rule versus the after business rule. When to use an async rule, how to structure a client callable script include, display rules that might cause problems, the platform nuances basically that takes a developer years to absorb is now loaded into your agent's context. Installing it is really easy. It takes 3 commands once you're inside Claude Code because it's not in the default marketplace. So you type in /plugin marketplace add ServiceNow /SDK and then /plugin install Fluent, and then you reload the plugins via /reload plugins. That first one points Claude Code at the ServiceNow plugin source. The second one installs the actual Fluent plugin, and then the third one activates it. The metadata documentation versions with the SDK, so when you update the SDK, it ships the proper documentation with it, and it's always matching the proper SDK that you have installed. Your agent always reads instructions that match that SDK you have installed and not a static set. If you're on Kiro instead of Claude Code, the same plugin is available as a Kiro Power through the AWS partnership. But yeah, after install, the difference shows up pretty fast. Instead of explaining what a business rules when to run field means in every prompt, you just describe what you want and the agent picks the right timing. Okay, that's it. Thanks. Talk to you in the next one. But really, like, this part makes it really good to do the SDK stuff because you're basically teaching all the ServiceNow stuff. It's really the game changer. Okay, bye.